NovaTech FX, proof of actual trading. On this video I want to look at some details, some evidence from Cynthia Petian herself, the CEO of NovaTech FX, from Roy, Ricardo Roy, who's Cynthia's brother, who's supposedly their head trader or head of the trading branch of NovaTech FX, and see if there's anything that actually makes any sense here. Are they really trading? And if so, are they trading to the point of the figures that they're actually quoting? So in the back office, they quote every week, although this is now stopped, and Cynthia's refused to publish this anymore until people stop posting this on social media. But they publish these supposed results with no evidence whatsoever of the actual results, just simply figures put together on a spreadsheet. And I would argue at this point as well, they don't even know how to do charts on a bar chart without getting crazy colours, red and green, which anyway, that's a side issue. But incredibly high returns. Now I know there's lots of other videos out there from you NovaTech believers who say, yeah, they can make 3% per week. I've got a mate who makes 3% a week. It's really easy. Anyone can do 3% per week. It is not true. You cannot make 3% per week consistently, week in, week out. NovaTech have never posted a loss in about 180 weeks. It is utterly preposterous. If you wanted to train to work for someone like Deutsche Bank, one of the big companies for apprenticeships for investment banking, trading in London, you would need a 4-year degree, plus you would need a AAA with an A in mathematics at your A level, your advanced level, to even get on that course in the first place. Then 4 years training, and even then, if you could make 3% per week, you wouldn't go and work for someone like this. You would go and get some friends to put together some money and you'd make a fortune. Let's go and have a quick look. Let's say we look on a compound interest calculator. Let's say you started with $100,000. So you got 10 people, 10 friends. You proved your trading. You got 10 friends to stump up $10,000 each. So you got $100,000. Now, NovaTech FX, they pay out 70% of their profits. So the average has been 3% per week, which means what NovaTech are really saying is they're making 4.3% every week on average. So if you did that for 10.5 years, which is just 3 times the current length of time that NovaTech have been going for. So we're not going a preposterous length of time here, but you want something that can, you can write home and say, yeah, I've now done my life's work. I can retire in just 10 years. So if you started at the age of 22, 4 years out of uni, 4 years out of school, you could be retired by 32. How much money would you think you would have? Well, let's scroll down, have a look at this number here. Okay, looking at the numbers here, that's $962 trillion. You started with 100,000. You end up in just 10.5 years with 962 trillion. What is that? Well, the US gross domestic product for the entire country, the entire productivity and revenue and sales of every product, every service in the United States of America, everybody's salary, 23.32 trillion. So really, you think that it's possible to get a 4.3% per week consistently, and you would end up having more money than the entire American economy, to the factor of about 40-fold in just 10.5 years. It's utterly ridiculous. But anyway, let's go with the basis that perhaps NovaTech really are producing those sorts of results. Now, let's dig a bit deeper. Can we have any proof, any evidence of this? Now, in the past, NovaTech used to give some access to their MetaTrader where people could see the trading results. But what was happening there was they had lots of trades that were never getting closed. They were not profitable and never getting closed. Now, this is a classic rookie mistake in trading. I've had a go at Forex trading many times over many years, and I know personally it is incredibly difficult. That's why you need a degree. That's why you need the best training in the world if you want to trade the Forex markets. And by the way, Forex markets are a zero-sum game. If someone is making money, someone else is losing money. There's no money coming into the Forex markets. It's simply moving from one person to the other. So if you wanted to be a really, really high flyer in the Forex markets, you've got to know your stuff. But Cynthia herself says when they started NovaTech, now you've got to bear in mind that Cynthia and Eddie were both bankrupts. They were both having problems paying their mortgage and credit cards, and that's been issued, that's in public domain, there's court issues against them for that. And about the same time, they were also involved with a collapsed business called AWS Mining, and lots of people lost a lot of money with that, probably including Cynthia and Eddie. And at the same time, they start up with this NovaTech business. But listen to what Cynthia says when they first started this business. You would expect them to have huge experience and knowledge. You don't just come into Forex trading and suddenly make trillions of dollars within a decade. It doesn't happen like that. But listen to what Cynthia herself said in January this year.
We didn't have a huge plan. We came into this a great deal of naivete about, how things work. And we even started with bots in the beginning. Everybody, I thought, you could just plug in a bot and let it trade and everybody made money. That was a huge mistake. We stopped that very quickly.
So she even thought you could trade with bots, and there are still people out there today saying NovaTech are using artificial intelligent bots. No, they're not. You've just heard the Cynthia, the CEO, say, we stopped the bots very quickly and realized they were losing us money. And yeah, like I say, for a rookie trader, they're probably going on the basis that saying unless they close a trade, it's not a losing trade. It's only losing when they close it. That's like saying you've bought a house, the market declines 50% and say you haven't lost any money. Your assets have gone down 50%. And that is exactly what I suspect NovaTech will be doing. They will have some positions which are truly open for a huge amount of time, which are showing huge losses. And that's why they need to keep recruiting new people in to cover those losses. They are true, genuine losses. And again, Cynthia admits that they have some trades that are open for a long time in a very negative position.
Yeah, but we also still have trades that have been suffering from when it did go down.
So they still have trades that are suffering from when it did go down. She very much underplays it, but that's why you're not seeing the trading results. And I very much doubt that the trading that is going on is anywhere near enough to cover 300,000 members that they've currently got if they were to all make withdrawal requests. This is clearly a Ponzi scheme and it will collapse very, very fast. Another video that the NovaTech FX cult members, I'm going to call them, would have you believe is that Ricardo Roy, like I said, is Cynthia Petien's brother. There seems to be just 3 people in this company, by the way. They call it a family business. There's no evidence of any more than just 3 people in this business. They can't keep up with the withdrawal requests. They can't keep up with the support tickets. I don't think they're employing anyone at all. It's just the 3 of them. But a lot of people will point to this video with Ricardo Roy talking about trading. So I'll just play this video now and I'll stop it at certain moments just to dissect what Ricardo says.
Now, NovaTech also uses bots or expert advisor intelligence.
Well, first of all, Cynthia there is saying NovaTech use bots or expert advisors or intelligence bots. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's trying to just use some technical words. This is right at the start when she admits that they were having a lot of naivety. They're not professional traders. And Ricardo Roy has just sat here looking a bit confused, thinking, right, okay, I've got to make up something that sounds really authentic. Let's have a go and see what he says.
How does that work and what's the purpose of using that?
So the AIs, they run independently, and
the AIs, they run independently. There is no artificial intelligent trading at NovaTech. There are no bots. So Cynthia has just said that. There are no bots. They stop those very quickly. So there's no AI. So Ricardo there is basically lying through his teeth.
they run, again, 24/7. They are constantly watching the market, and the AIs basically can move and make trades as they see trends within the market. So as currency either increases or decreases across the market, the bots or expert advisors, as they're sometimes called, will notice the trends and will either buy or sell currency pairs based off of the trends that they're seeing, and they literally can move in milliseconds. So we have certain bots that will see them complete 2 or 3 trades within 100 milliseconds, which is really 100th of a second.
100 milliseconds is 100th of a second. Well, that's not quite correct anyway, but that's we'll let that one go.
So it's humanly impossible to move as fast as the artificial intelligence does. It's great to have. We monitor them 24/7. As with any other technology, of course, it's not perfect, but with the intelligence of the artificial bots as well as human intervention, we've seen some really great success with them.
Okay, so let's just go back again and show you that bit where Cynthia admits they don't use bots.
Everybody, I thought, you could just plug in a bot and let it trade and everybody made money. That was a huge mistake. We stopped that very quickly.
Now, I just finished this video with one little clip from Cynthia Petian again in her address to the members at NovaTech, where she basically admits people are making massive amounts of withdrawals. People are starting to rumble now that this is not genuine. It can't possibly be true. There's 6 fraud warnings. There's withdrawal delays. They're not answering support tickets. All sorts of things are going wrong. And Cynthia here, let me just play the clip and then I'll summarize that in a minute.
That onus is really on us, to make sure that we communicate properly, that we fix things properly, that we provide profit so that people don't think, there's something wrong.
So the onus is on them that they provide profits so that people don't think that there's something wrong. That's how they're going to stop doing a withdrawal. So I don't think they will ever publish a losing week, even though in the real world of real trading, you would always have losing streaks, you'd have losing weeks, losing days, losing months. But I don't think they're ever going to publish that because they know that that would really escalate the withdrawals massively as people would panic saying, it's really true, it is a Ponzi scheme, when they're not posting profits anymore. We're not quite sure what the exit strategy will be. They may try and criticize the members themselves for making too many withdrawal requests. They may put it down to technology, saying they've been hacked. But one thing you can be sure, this Ponzi scheme is coming to a close. There is no trading of sufficient volume. The trading that they have, if they do have any trading, is simply a smoke screen to try and make people think that there really is some way, magical way, the goose that's laying the golden eggs for NovaTech FX. They had no background or experience in this in the first place, and yet they supposedly can make more money than the entire population of America in a year in just less than a decade. Clearly it's utterly preposterous. If you would like some genuine decent ways and legitimate ways to put your money to work, do check out my website at copydragons.com. I wish you all the best. Keep your money safe. Get it out of NovaTech FX as fast as you can. It may be too late now already, but do put in your withdrawal request. Try and get your money out. Thanks for watching.